Hey everyone. So, anyway, hey everyone. Um, it's 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. I really don't know, but I have insomnia. If y'all don't know, um, because it's like I'm sleepy, but I can't sleep. I don't know, but it's stressful. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about um what happened in 2014 through 2016 and the post high school stories and everything like that. Because I keep getting a lot of people asking me. And I did a video, multiple videos about this, but I always started like either in the middle or at the beginning, in the middle, and I always told you some stuff because I was skilled in telling you like everything and and everything. So anyway, since it's 2021, I say you know what, I'm going to tell all. I'm obviously not going to say no names. Um, yeah, I'm not obviously not going to say no names and everything like that. So, anyway, I'm making this video again because some people in my family thinks that I don't want people in my family to think that I'm a quitter. I quit when stuff gets when stuff gets hard. Um, I'm weak. I'm not strong. Whatever. So I'm making this video to basically tell all. So anyway, um, um, it smells like my mom cooking. Anyway, it all started in 2013. 2013, I was 17 years old. I was in my second year, not second year, but second to last year in high school. I was I got at the beginning of my that year. At the beginning of that year, I won. No, not at the beginning of that year, but at the beginning of the year before that year, I won. Not won, but I was chosen to be in the most academic classroom and everything like that because I'm smart. I'm not trying to be like cocky. I'm smart. They thought I was smart. They thought that I will keep up in that classroom, and I did, and everything like that. So I was in this classroom and with our history teacher And if y'all don't know the history, I hate history. Oh my goodness. If you answer a question wrong, my teacher will get mad at you and will scream down your throat. Oh my goodness. I was so terrified some days. But anyway, few months before the summer break, I found out that I was going up to Post High School. If you all don't know, Post High School is an work to school to work program for adults, young adults with special needs, disabilities, and it's a good program if you know how to treat your students and everything like that. Anyway, when I found out, legit, this was my first reaction. When I found out, I say, hell no. I'm sorry, my language, but I say, hell no, in my head, because I was terrified to cuss in school. They made you feel terrified to cuss in school, whatever. But my first reaction was like, oh my goodness, no, no. Most people's reaction in going to post high school is like, yes, yes. Because, okay, high school, they had a lot of, like, kind of rules on you. Like, you can't, like, it's a lot of things on you. Now, in post high school, it was lifted off of you because you're 18 years old. So, anyway, you're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. So, anyway, I wasn't supposed to get that news that I was going to post high school 2 months before the summer break. Because how it was they told me 2 months before the summer break, and we only had 2 weeks off for summer break, and then we went to summer school, and then at the first day of summer school I will start in post high school. So I didn't get I wasn't I didn't get time to think about it, let it sink in and everything like that. And I quickly, when I found that out, I remember I was so mad, so disappointed. I was so mad because they didn't tell me, and like I have special needs. Well, you got to tell me. You, I can't do surprises. I hate surprises. I hate surprise birthday parties. I I have like special needs. Well, I can't do surprises. I freak out in surprises, whatever. So anyway, I was so scared. I was scared because I was hearing the stories of the other students that was in both high school, and like I knew how different the both high school was to the high school. So anyway, they went through the I went through the pros and cons in my head. I say the pros is I get more freedom in both high school. And anyway, fast forward. And I remember I started crying. And my high school teacher pulled me to the side and she said, "Why you crying?" And I literally said I was crying. She knew why I was crying. I don't know why she acted dumb. But anyway, she didn't want me to go to both high school too. She thought I needed one more extra year in high school so they could mentally prepare me for the both high school life. But everyone else didn't listen and thought I was ready for both high school. So anyway, fast forward to 2014. I got off the bus, and the first day when I walked up the hill to go in the school, everyone, every teacher was talking to every other student, everybody else, but they wasn't talking to me. They wasn't saying, "Hi, how was your summer break? It's very nice to meet you, to see you," whatever. They wasn't saying nothing. I felt so alone. Not I felt so alone because like just imagine you new to the program, whatever, and no teacher introduced themselves like, "Oh, hi, my name is Miss," or "Hi, my name is Mr." Just imagine that. So anyway, all day that day, the teachers was getting on me for legit no reason at all. So anyway, that year, that whole year, the teachers was ignoring me, acted like I was invisible, acted like I wasn't there, acted like I was a ghost. I was alone. I felt alone. And actually, in the second year, I started to have suicide thoughts. Yeah, I started having suicide thoughts because I was getting bullied, not just by the other students, but by the teachers. I was getting bullied by the teachers, some of the teachers for my weight, and they was making fun of how I was reading. They was making fun of everything that they could make fun of. Even for me being black, they was being racist to me. It was kinda like are they being racist or are they not? It was like kind of like that, like you don't know that they was being racist, but in reality they was being racist. It was like that, and this teacher was making fun of my weight, and then I obviously told my mom after a few times that she was making fun of my weight, and she got in trouble, and a week later she was making fun of my weight again, and not just my weight, but after I one time after I came back from my actual reading class, she wanted me to read Twilight. I hate Twilight. I really never watched the movies, and I never read the book. But anyway, she asked me to come sit down in a chair to read and um page whatever. So I sat down and I was reading the page, and she snatched the book from me, and she imitated how I was reading. She was making fun of how I was reading. Like, okay, I have special needs, but one of my special needs is apraxia. And not just that, but I have a problem reading. I don't understand what I'm reading. It's no matter how much I reread it, I don't understand. And I always mispronounce words, and kinda I make up my own words. And anyway, I read slow and everything like that. So anyway, she snatched the book. When I say snatched the book, she legit snatched the book. And I did like this, you mother freaker. I say that in my head. Obviously, I didn't say it to her, but anyway. Then she started making fun of how I was reading, how my speech was, and I'm like saying to myself, now you're supposed to be an special educational teacher, so why you're making fun of an student, special needs student speech and reading? So obviously the other student was laughing, and I say, you're 20 years old and you think it's funny? Meaning the other student was 20 years old and you think it's funny to make fun of another student reading? How about I make fun of you, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not that kind of person to make fun of other people. So anyway, she then anyway, when she handed the book back to me, I read quietly, even though she wanted me to read loud. But I'm like saying, now you want me Now you think that I should read out loud. You just made fun of how I was reading and everything like that. But then it was another time where I don't celebrate Halloween, but the school I went to did. So in high school for the high school students and the both high school students, we did an Halloween party. Now, obviously, both high school students have work or not. So that day I didn't have to go to work. So I automatically had to go to the Halloween party. So since I since me and my family don't celebrate Halloween, my mom said, you know what, you're not going to go to school that day. So I didn't go to school that day, but the next day when I went to school, two teachers ganged up on me. When I say ganged up on me, I'm not exasperating. I mean ganged up on me and like say, where was you this day, this particular day? And I told them where I was. And they kept on like interrogating me, like meaning that they will ask me a question, and while I was explaining my answer, they will ask me another question like that. So I got overwhelmed and I started having an anxiety attack, panic attack where I couldn't breathe. So I just walked the other way out of the room I was in and everything like that because I was having a panic attack. Because so anyway, I dealt with teachers bullying me, picking on me, and the other students bullying me, picking on me for 3 years, and I just got tired of it. Literally after the second year, I was depressed. I started feeling depressed, mad, angry, sad. And my mom knew that I wasn't myself. Because I will always come, most times I will come home from the bus crying. I will cry myself to sleep, mostly every night. Because how it was bad. What time is it? Okay. How it was bad, how I was getting treated, and how I felt alone in the program. And literally, after the third year, I had one more year to go. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to go this one more year. I'm going to leave. So anyway, the post high school wasn't an program where I had to participate in. It was an optional program. If y'all don't know what optional means, it means that you could go through with the program or you don't have to. Because I graduated from high school in 2013. I'm saying this because a lot of people think that I dropped out of school. I just stopped going. My mom was easy and didn't fight me in going. All that is wrong. Okay. So for the whole summer, I was always telling my mom, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to wake up on the first day of school and get on the bus and go to the school and go to school. I'm not going to do it. My mom always says you will only have to do 6 months. That's it. I really had to do one more year, but my mom cut it down to 6 months to trick me. I wasn't playing that trick no more. I not stupid, so I knew it was a trick just to get me to go to school for that one more year. And I literally said the only way I will go to school if you pick me up from school and drop me off from school every day in that year. But if not, I'm not going at all. So, if y'all don't know how far the from the school I live, 45 minutes without traffic. But obviously, every morning it's traffic. So it takes forever. So anyway, it was hard. So a lot of people thought it was easy. My mom don't care about my education, whatever. That's what y'all got wrong. My mom deeply was a believer in your education comes first before anything else. So anyway, but my mom also knew how they was treating me and how I was changing in my mood and in my attitude and number. And the next thing, I wasn't getting happy for the for stuff no more. Like let's say if my mom supports me with going to Dairy Queen, whatever, I wasn't happy. I was depressed. I wasn't depressed and going to Dairy Queen, obviously, but I was getting depressed, getting mad, angry, whatever. So that whole first week, I was refusing to get up for my bus to go to school. So it took a good week for my mom to understand my pain. Excuse me. Yeah, it took a good week for my mom to like understand my pain and to understand why I I don't didn't want to go to school. So my mom finally understood me and set up in meeting to withdraw me from the whole school. So anyway, at the meeting was like 6 months later. No, either like 4 or 6 months later. Oh, it was either like 4 or 6 months later. But anyway, I think 4 months later. So in that time, obviously, I stayed home because they basically say, well, if I wasn't going to, if I didn't want to go to school, go to the post high school program, well, force me, whatever. So anyway, I just, so I just want to tell everybody that I didn't want to go because I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to go because I was tired of feeling depressed. I was tired of feeling alone. I was tired of feeling nervous, anxiety, because if y'all don't know me, I suffer from anxiety and I suffer from panic attacks. I have I I have anxiety every day, all day. Yeah. So I will have panic attacks legit every single day at school because I didn't know when I will get um yelled at by a teacher or whatever. So anyway, I went. So in that time that I stayed home, whatever, I got ready for the meeting, and I got ready for the meeting, and the meeting was to basically say thank you, even though I really didn't want to say thank you for the 12 years I went to this school, whatever. My mom obviously said that it would be a good thing for you if you, it would be respectful to tell them thank you for the awesome 12 years. Anyway, um, I looked at my mom and said, really? Because why do say thank you for the awesome chariot of, yeah, some of those really wasn't awesome years. So anyway, I, the day finally came and I went into school. And I'd say in my head, this is the last time I'm going to be walking in this devil den, devil house. I legit say that, and my mom heard me and everything like that. So when I walked into the meeting room, it was the Bose High School principal, the Bose High School vice principal, the vice principal of the whole school, and our county person. So anyway, and me and my mom. So me and my mom already knew what we was there for, to basically say thank y'all for the 12 years whatever. But my vice the vice principal of the Bose High School thought that I was coming back. So anyway, I wrote down and I said everything, exactly everything that they did to me in Bose High School, and some of the things that I mentioned, my mom never knew, and she was mad. She wasn't mad at me, but she was mad at the teacher that did those things to me. So, anyway, um, I, it was a good paragraph, good letter, and anyway, I, was finished, and then the principal of the vice principal of the whole school literally didn't care about my letter and basically say when you're going to start back. And I legit start crying. Oh my goodness. I started crying because I say, like, I'm basically pouring my emotions out, and you're not hearing me one bit, whatever. So I started crying, and they didn't care that I was crying. I didn't care that they didn't care that I was crying. Um, anyway, I, and then my mom hugged me and whispered in my ear that stop crying, we're not coming back. So I think my mom thought that I was feeling and I was getting nervous about coming back. No, I wasn't. I was crying because I say this letter about the things that they did to me and they didn't kill. Yeah, I wasn't crying because I was scared of coming back. I was scared of coming back and everything like that, but I wasn't crying because of that. But after I left the school, a weight lifted off my shoulder and I could finally breathe. now, and I wasn't depressed no more. Like I think a month after that, like a month had to go by. What time is it? Oh, fun. A month had to go by for me to realize this is not a dream. This is real. I'm not coming back to this school, to this Bush High School. And after a month, after a month, I was not depressed no more. I was happier and everything like that. So I'm just telling everybody out here, including people like me with disabilities, if you're in a program that you hate people treat you different than like the other kids, other adults still, or not seeing you, acting like you're invisible and everything like that. Speak up. Advocate for yourself because they won't advocate for you. And I just basically had to realize that they wasn't going to advocate for myself. I had to advocate for myself. So I know this was a long video, but I hope you all like the video, comment, subscribe.